Morning guys, it's just going to be 7 o'clock. It's SMaSH brew day for the 2017 SMaSH off. We're at 56 degrees, heading to 64 for our mash. We'll do that for 60 minutes, then 10 minutes at 75 to mash out, and then we'll get our grains in. And I'll just show you, them's the grains with our water additions. And there's our hop, our hops for our boil, etc. Obviously, you can't talk about what grains, what hops. I suppose I can say that hops are first editions going in at first wort hop, second edition at 5 minutes, and the last at hop stand. And then obviously I'll dry hop. And that's about all I can say. Right, we're up to straight 10, so time to dough in. Get these, start with these water additions, I suppose. Now, I've read varying accounts that water additions should go in separately with mash and sparge water, that they should just go in with mash water, that your sparge additions should go in during boil, but I'm just going with mash for simplicity, and because I wouldn't know how to break it down. So yeah, put it with simplicity in the mash. Hopefully it'll work, who knows. It's all a learning curve, isn't it? Good time for an experiment during a competition when there's a sack of grain, gift vouchers, beers all on offer. Best to do experiments instead of trying to just win the competition, I find. To be fair, it's a new hop, one I've not tried before, which could be any hop amongst hundreds really. And going with first wort additions. Again, I've tried it once, but I'm not sure how it works, so we're trying it again, whether it was successful or not. And I say water addition, so it's been pretty sort of changes to my normal boil schedule and beer making. So who knows? Always best to do these things for a SMaSH, isn't it? Oh, another difference with this is I use the new Grandfather recipe builder rather than Beersmith. So instead of going with the Beersmith numbers for the Grandfather, I'm going with the Grandfather numbers for mash, sparge, etc. So all in all, this could end up being a complete good. Who knows? So we're on to mash. Let's get my plate on. Take that out. Lid on. No, just don't forget that. And pump on. Now, there are people that take the little ball out of here, the ball and spring, so that they don't get hot blockages, and it's a good job I didn't, because that would have then just shot straight out of there. Okay. Right, we've just finished mash and we're now mashing out. building up to temp. I just wanted to show you the colour of this wort, the clarity. Look at that. Lovely, lovely and clear. Alright, we're at 91 degrees, not getting up to boil yet, but I'm going to put my first wort hop-up addition in, 10 grams. Alright, at the minute I'm on the hop stand. I've got the wort recirculating and flowing in and giving it a little whirlpool every now and then. We started out at 78 degrees, we've dropped down to 68 a minute. I've got 11 minutes more to go on this hop stand. Alright, we're getting in the fermenter now. Hop stand over, brew day done. And we'll take a reading. The hydrometer gave a reading of 1.049, which was my target. But we'll, sorry Matt, the refractometer. The refractometer gave 1.049, whereas 12 and a half bricks, which came out 1.049, which is what I needed. And we'll just check on this. Right, so according to my hydrometer, we've got a reading of about 1.052. So I'll take that. Just in the fermenter. Right, that's the SMaSH off beer done. How did it go? I had a few issues actually. I have a problem with the Beersmith to Grandfather, in that I can never get the mashes right on it. I'll try and set it for 60-minute mash. It comes out at 75. So I ended up with a 75-minute mash. So I went over my numbers, as you'd expect. Then forgot the 5-minute addition, so it went in at the hop stand. Other than that, pretty much alright. Oh, and the half-hour hop stand, I went for 20 minutes instead. I did a half-hour one for this beer, and then I read an article this morning about hop stands and IBUs and how the effect, and 20 minutes it's this, at half an hour it's this. So I thought I won't risk half an hour. I don't want it too bitter, because the water additions are apparently make for a quite good for bitter water apparently. Anyway, so like this, a bit of bits in at the bottom for some reason. Seems to have bits in this beer, not sure why. Yeah, it's on. I'd had a problem with my kitchen tap, that you put one of the, I'll show you. I actually put one of these adapters on my kitchen tap, thanks Gary James, to allow the Grandfather water connector to connect. But they're called for the chiller. But it really ups the pressure because it forces it down through a small hole, like that. And so my tap broke. There's a little screw at the back that held the fitting in place, so you could move the, it's one of those sort of one neck thing like that, two handles. And that had snapped. I hadn't realised. I thought it was the washers, and I've been trying to replace washers, and you turn it up and tap shoots off, and water sprays everywhere all over the windows. So I was having trouble to chill down, but I bought new washers yesterday, spent ages trying to fit them, not having much luck, and I was looking at the actual base fitting and noticed a little screw. Undid it, noticed it had snapped, so replaced that. Everything's fantastic. I could turn the water, cold water right up, and that chilled the beer right down. I think it went into the fermentation fridge at about 15-16 degrees, which is brilliant. I don't mind pitching cold. It'll slowly bring up to temperature in the fermentation fridge, and hopefully that bit will be good, so we'll get a good fermentation. I think I aerated it pretty much okay. I didn't really have a problem there. We just see now really. I had a taste, but it tasted like what? Sweet, peppery, whether that's the proteins, whatever. It looked pretty good, looked very clear once the cold break had dropped out, as you saw with the hydrometer. So that looked alright, as long as the dry hop doesn't create too much hop hairs, it should be alright. Oh, that's another thing, dry hop. I think I miscalculated, and I've got 10 grams more for dry hop than I thought. I really need to work out how to subtract from 100 better. So the whole recipe that I've got on Beersmith at the minute is a load of complete twaddle. I'll have to go on and redo that. Same with the Grainfather one. Yeah, that was another thing. I put it on from Beersmith onto my mobile phone as a Grainfather, because Android is I've only got an Android phone to connect to the Grainfather. Yet that Android doesn't connect to the Grainfather recipe builder yet. Only iOS does. So I use my iPad too, which can't connect because of the Bluetooth. Oh, a lot of farce over that at the minute. Hopefully the Grainfather app for Android will be fixed, or a new one will be out shortly. Anyway, so I used the Grainfather site to build the recipe that I put on my iPad, and used the mash and sparge waters from that, which is Grainfather's mash and sparge waters, but I used the version of it on my Android phone that I got via Beersmith to program the Connect app. And it's complicated. Basically, I managed to put two recipes together and brew it as one. And results are 1.052, aiming for 1.049. I'm not sure on how much beer I got out. I might have got just under at 22 litres. But I mean, it looks about 22, 23. It looks about the same as normal. I don't have gradations on my fermenting bucket. Maybe should think about doing that, just so I can check better on that. Anything else? No, I'm just having a sneaky drink. It's only about 1 o'clock now, but it's lovely out there. This is a nice beer, and just keeping quiet from the wife, I suppose. Oh, one thing I found. For those that did last year's Smash Off, the winning label. Still had that kicking about somewhere. And I found another one. Drunk Bear's Ill-Fated Eldorado. So I had tried Eldorado before I put it in my New England IPA, and I quite liked it in that. So that was the inspiration behind me buying it, to put in the New England IPA, that Eldorado. Anyway, cheers guys. Oh, just a little note. The bottles for Ali Mate and the bottles for the winner of my homebrew competition, Cider Meister, all done and ready, be shipped this week.